Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Logan.
And today, we're going to be reviewing the Sony Dualsense Edge Pro wireless controller made by Sony, who's running this country into the ground.
And, I already opened it. I don't know why I did that last night, so it's not an unboxing video, it's a review. But here's the hard case that it comes in. Mine came with two little marks on it. If you see on the back, I don't know if the camera's really gonna pick it up well, but right there, there's a little brown stain for some reason. And then on one of the sides, yeah, right back here, there's a little black one. And I don't know what the hell that's about. But it came like that. But on the hard case, there's nothing to it. Oh yeah, there's kind of like a little hook. You can like pin it to stuff, hook it on there, stick it to something, so you don't lose it. And there's the two zippers. We'll get to that later. And then on the back, there's a little Sony PlayStation logo, with the symbols and shit. And then there's like a little indent here. I don't know why. And then there's two little rubber dimples for just grip so it doesn't slide off your desk or anything. And then when you unzip it, there's a controller in it. Nobody could have possibly seen it coming. There's a controller in it. And then there's this little net at the top of the carrying case, which comes with this pretty long black braided USB to USB-C cable. You can just charge the controller to really anything else with. And then inside the rest of the carrying case is obviously your Dualsense Edge. And then all this little features. We'll get to the little extra things that are in the carrying case in a sec. But first, let's talk about the actual controller itself. And I mean, first off, there's these two little holes at the back. I don't know. My lighting is so bad. That's what I just kind of realized. Not just, like, I've noted this for a while, but, like, holy shit, my lighting is so bad. At the back, you'll notice, if my camera's even going to pick it up, is two little holes in which you can put the fucking back buttons, which is kind of cool. At the front, it's honestly just a standard controller. There's nothing too special about it at the front. It's just kind of what you get. At the back, there's this little switch, and it's right there. And it's a little hard for me to get. I gotta do it with my pinky finger. It takes a few tries, I'm gonna be honest. It's a little faulty. But once you get it, it will... it'll do something. Fuck's sakes. Holy shit. Either way, okay, you flick that switch when it works. And then this whole front panel, this glossy front panel at the front of the controller pops off. And at the back here, you can see these little switches, which will actually adjust the trigger dead zones, which is really fucking cool. So for example, I've got my right trigger here, and right here you can see it's at the max setting. So in order to press it down, I have to fully kind of get it down there. But then if I set it down to the middle setting, it's more of a, just kind of stops halfway through. Then if you put it all the way down, this is what I have it set to. It just, mouse click. Almost immediate stop, and you can do it on the left one too. That's how I usually have them set, just totally mouse click. Try to release that. I finally released it properly. So once you've flicked the switch properly, the whole front panel right here will just kind of come off. And this is easily the selling point for this controller. See those two little thumbsticks? You know how these will get stick drift over time? There's this little lever, you can see it. This little kind of goldish more so silvery reflective piece of metal right here. You flick it up, and then the whole stick module will come out of the controller. And you can actually buy these stick modules for about 70 bucks Canadian, or I think it's more like 20 or 30 in American. And then it leaves your controller looking broken. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it actually looks like I broke it. So yeah, that's how you would do that, which is easily such an awesome feature. How these are actually just slide them back in, flick the trigger down, and you just don't have to buy another controller, and you can just keep this one. And then in terms of replacing, or not replace, well, you could do that too. In terms of putting this back on, I just fucking dropped it. In terms of getting this back on, see those two little, right at the top, see those two little edges? They go into little holes right underneath the touchpad, which you can way easier see in real life. I mean, I don't know, it's my lighting, dude. My lighting sucks. You can't really see it at all, even. But no, you can see them in person. You just kind of put them in there, and then you slamp it down, and then click them in, and you hear that little click sound, and that's how you know it's on. And that's how you would basically change those. And then inside the actual carrying case itself, we have a whole lot of features, which I love. First off, let's talk about how many back button options there are, because that's also a really nice, I guess, kind of selling point for this controller. You have these two back buttons, which are basically paddles, or they call them lever backs. And you can attach them two ways. You can attach them like this. See the way they're kind of hanging down there? Very nice. They're also remappable, so you can change them to be literally any button you want. And then when you want to take them off, you just grab them, flick them up, and then pull out, and out they will come. And they're actually made of metal, which is kind of surprising. There's a lot of metal components in this controller. Also, you don't need to have the back buttons on. If you just want a normal controller, you can totally do that with this. You can deactivate all of the pro features and just turn this into a totally normal Dualsense controller. If there's anything you don't like about it. There's even, like, you can disable the buttons in the software. You just make triangle do nothing when you click it. It's awesome. And then, for the other back buttons, and I love these so much more than the lever backs, which I was not expecting. These are the half domes. They're just a little kind of crescent moon, little dome, half dome, or ladder. And you just click them on like you would with any other back button, the lever backs, I mean. And then, oh, fuck. They're so good. They're actually so good. I mean, the way you can press them, it just feels premium. Again, they're remappable too. They feel absolutely amazing. And if you get this controller, I would definitely recommend half domes. But I don't know, I'm weird with my back buttons. I like having a half dome on the left side, but a lever back on the right. And I don't know why that is, but this is just what I do. I do a half dome on the left and a lever back on the right. Yeah, you can also attach the lever backs like this, sideways instead of upside down. Yeah, I could have just said vertically, or horizontally instead of vertically. But, let's get this out of here. There's the lever back, and I already showed you that you can do them like this, kind of upside down. You can also do them horizontally, which is what I do. And I mean, it just has such a, like, natural feel. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it feels really premium, but it still feels normal enough to, like, be good. I don't know. It's really, it's just nice. And then you obviously, inside your carrying case, you have all the slots, these spots for everything so that you don't lose the bits that you're not using. Just pop all the back buttons and shit in here. And you don't lose them unless you lose your carry. Also, the thumb caps are totally replaceable, which I love, because by default they are concave like any normal controller. But if you just grab onto your thumbstick like that kind of, and you just pull it off, it 100% will click off. And then there's 4 other options, or I guess 2 other options for your back buttons, for your thumb caps. Let me get them out real quick. That one, that one. Okay. So these are all of your thumb cap, I guess, options. In total, there's. I just dropped one. I dropped the thumb cap. I need my thumb cap. Ooh. I got thumb cap. Hold it. 1, 2. In terms. Holy shit! I'm having a stroke. There's 6 different thumb caps that you can use. Personally, okay, I'll show you what they are first before I say what I like to do. There's this one, which is elongated. It's just longer than most, and it's actually domed on the top. It's not concaved anymore. It's got a much more grippy, domed kind of feeling to it. It's a lot nicer. And you get 2 of those for each stick, and then you get 2 normal sized concave or concave-in ones. And then I already showed you the other ones. Wait. These are domed, and they're normal size domed. And then these ones right here are the concaves, which I already showed you. Personally, what I like to do is for my left stick, I do a normal sized dome. Click that back on there. And then for my left stick, I do an elongated dome. I find that to be a lot more, I don't know, comfortable. And then, just put everything back. There's these little, in the carrying case. I gotta get better fucking lighting, dude. In the carrying case, there's 4 holes where you can put your domes in. Very good, very nice. Pop these bad boys in. And when it comes to this little charger that it comes with, not little, it's a pretty big charger, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to this charger though, this is really, really cool. For this side right here that plugs into your controller, there's a locking mechanism that it comes with, and this is what I love. You open it up, basically, it's got 2 sides. There's a little slider side to make it lock and unlock, and then on the other side, you can actually rip it open, like so. And then you basically stick this into here and push it down until you hear that little sound. And then once that's in there, you put this down again. And it should look like that. You got your cable sticking out of the little cube. And then there's this little slider right here, which you can adjust to. You gotta push it for it to switch. So like, it would basically lock it into your controller. So I'm gonna charge my controller right now. See that? Not gonna show it up, it's charging. And then I would basically just slide this down until you hear that little. And once that's done, this thing's not budging. Look at this. I'm pulling with full force on this lock, and it is just not letting go of my console. My controller, dude. And dude, it's not. It doesn't let go. So if you want a wired connection to your console, without the chance of accidentally ripping your charger out of your console, instead, you're gonna be a little more worried about your console getting ripped off your desk because of how fucking strong this thing is. But anyway, one more little feature, my children. At the back of the carrying case, there's this little black patch, right? And if you go, you don't actually need to go into the carrying case, but I find it easier. You push it, and it pops open. So that when your controller goes into the carrying case, you can close it, zip her up. I just closed it again. You kind of get it at the top. Pops open like that. Pops open like that. And you'll see your controller's charging port is sticking out right there. So that you can grab your charger and basically plug it in. And boom. Now I can charge my controller while it's in the carrying case and have the locking mechanism all activated at the same time. And this, it's awesome, dude. And then you can just unlock it, pull it out, unzip your carrying case, and then boom, the next day you have a fully charged controller. And I'd say the only thing that I don't like about this controller so far is its battery life, which typically lasts between 4 to 6 hours, which is kind of shit compared to most controller batteries. But I mean, it's there. And then you also have your function buttons. Now these are really cool. You can't really see them. See these right here? You see these right here? They're function buttons, and you can basically program them to have certain settings in the software for certain games. And I'll do an actual review on the software in a separate video another day. But, fucking, thanks for watching my video. That's cool.